Good morning. We're done hanging out in Payson, done working at the Harbor Freight. This is the spot we've been spending most of our nights at. And as much as it's, just behind a strip mall, it's been, sunset's been pretty nice back here, and it's been a short commute to work, but we're excited to get back on the road.
And we've made it to California.
We're heading into the lower Sierra Nevada mountains. We were thinking about going to hike Mount Whitney, but the reservation system has made it difficult for us to get a pass up there. So we're gonna do some exploring in the southern part of this range.
So we're hiking and we come across this huge pine cone.
It's like the size of my face.
It's massive.
We saw some ladies looking at the ground and looked like they were collecting these, but I was like, it's just a pine cone, but then I picked it up and it's humongous. Oh yeah, it's delicious. Thank you. So we had an eventful afternoon. We wanted to walk down the beach, and Manny from Mojave flagged us down because he needed help setting up his propane grill. And we got adopted by this Indian family and had some tiki masala hot dogs and all this amazing leftover homemade Indian food handed to us because we hung out with them for the afternoon and set up their propane grill. So talk about a good Father's Day. So we met Manny and family about 2 days ago, right? 2 days ago on the beach, and we're still eating some of his delicious homemade Indian food that he gave us an abundance of leftovers of. So we got some veggie Indian sandwiches that are spicy and delicious. And then this grain, which is called common, which is also incredible. So thank you, Manny. Manny Mojave is our bro.
Winston, do you want dinner? Is it time for dinner?
Winston, do you want to have dinner? Let's go make dinner.
It's been about 3 months since the last time it rained where we were. So this was a nice surprise to wake up to this morning. Although I doubt Jacob or Winston are happy to be out in it right now. So we're in the Sequoia National Forest, and there's not really much sun, as well as it was raining today. And we went to go turn our DC to DC charger on, and it wasn't working.
Again, second time.
So here's Jacob re-crimping. Thankfully, we had a new terminal with us.
Yeah, so we think this little terminal was loose, which is the same connection that was loose last time, but last time this terminal to the actual device was loose. This time we think this terminal itself was loose. So I replaced the terminal, gonna retape it up with some electrical tape, put it back on there, and then hopefully we'll be able to charge our battery with the engine because it's cloudy and there's not gonna be enough sun today to refill the battery.
And we're only at 47%. So, wish us luck.
We fixed it again, which always makes me feel really good when something's broken and we can figure out what's wrong with it. So we're charging again. Perfect amperage, 56 amps going into the battery. So as we drive up to the visitor center to check some weather and kind of decide what our new plan for the day is here in Kings Canyon, we'll be able to top off our battery, which is hugely important.
It's huge.
Giant tree!
Whoa. Alrighty. The root you're standing on. That one.
Uh-huh.
Which tree did it come from? There's a lot around.
I guess that one.
Which one?
That one.
With the moss on the side? Alright. We're inside a giant sequoia right now.
It's crazy how hollow it is. It's like a tunnel. So which one of these pine cones do you think came from a giant ancient sequoia tree? When we were walking towards the grove and I knew nothing about them, I would have guessed this one too. But these are actually the pine cones that the giant sequoia trees drop. There's about 250 seeds inside this. I don't know where this one comes from, but in my opinion, it's just a poser.
So we're walking on the trail and we came over a rock and there's these little buddies. I guess they're really not little.
They definitely got alerted when you started speaking because they were eating calm as hell, and then they heard you and they're like,
We climbed all the way up to Panoramic Point to go to the fire tower just to get up here and it say closed.
I mean,
Oh well.
The view's still pretty incredible though. You can see some snow-capped peaks that way, farther into the Sierra Nevadas, and you can look that way into the valley.
The perfect lunch spot at the top of the waterfall and our view from behind. Just gorgeous up here.
So we were driving out of Kings Canyon and back up to the spot we've been boondocking for the night, and we heard a loud bang, and I don't know if you can tell, but I'm holding the face of a drawer in my hand because this whole drawer just slid out of its spot onto the floor. So we don't know why that happened, and now we got a broken drawer to fix. We're gonna try to fix this drawer today. Our current plan is to use the existing screws that I took out and just move them over a couple inches and re-screw them into the face. So our thought is, if we move both of these holes like half an inch in this direction and measure them, keep them distant, keep them the same distance from their existing holes, theoretically, this thing should end up in the same exact space it was when it was screwed in there. And it'll be nice and level and look good on the cabinetry. So here's hoping it works. We marked our holes, and then we took these little drill bits I had and put them through the original holes so we know the whole drawer is lined up. And now hopefully if we just screw it together, we'll have a fixed drawer. Today we're hiking up to some alpine lakes to go for a swim. Yesterday we did some awesome rock jumping into water near a waterfall, and we're gonna try to repeat that glorious crystal clear water swimming experience today. We're on our way up to Pear Lake, and we got to this great view on the Watchman Trail, and we can see where we were swimming yesterday. So all the way at the bottom of the waterfall, you can see that pool of water right by the big rock. And that, right there, is where we were swimming.
And there's even snow across the way. But we made it to the first alpine lake. We left the first lake, and shortly after was the second lake, Emerald Lake, which just looks gorgeous up here at 9,000 feet. All right, I'm going back.
Honestly, it feels nicer out of the water.
Yeah.
Whew. That was cold. We're here in the giant forest at Sequoia National Park, and out here it's just us and these beautiful giant trees. And we found that about 80% of park visitors don't get more than a mile away from the parking lot. So if you walk a little, you'll treat yourself to some beautiful, serene nature scenes just for yourself. It's absolutely breathtaking how much fire damage these trees can take and still somehow be living. The scarring on this one is intense. We hope you enjoyed watching our time in Kings Canyon and Sequoia National Park. It was definitely one of our favorite parks we visited so far, and we can't wait to keep on adventuring.